Raise your hand if you did not know that the aluminum foil box has tabs on the end that you're supposed to push in.
I didn't know. That would be me.
So at Gridiron this past weekend, I met, and I'd never heard this pastor speak, Josh Ravis out of Jacksonville, Florida. So we hit it off. He catches the show on the TuneIn app and podcast and all that stuff. And that was podcast, he said he did. And so we're talking about it, and he's been following us on social media and checking out the Bible study and all this. And so we were having a little chat, and he was the first speaker of the weekend. I mean, he's coming right out of the gate. He was much wiser than me. He told Phil Waldrop, based on the lineup, the only slot he would accept would be first. I will not be following David Jeremiah, Steve Farrar, none of that, and which I wish I could have got away with that. But anyway, so he gets up there and he's talking. He's got a great message, and he gets down to, if we really believe what we believe, that truthfully, that God has come to us and we could not come to him, and he has offered redemption. I mean, that is the answer to people's eternity. They can be forgiven of sin. Why do we go out and tell people all these things that we're so passionate about, and we don't ever talk about that? It's just a great point he's making. Yeah. So he used a great analogy. Visual analogies for men especially, number one.
Yeah.
So he said, here's an example of what I'm talking about. He said, I'm in college. I've got a roommate, and he goes, in college, aluminum foil is king. You get something, and you go, I'm wrapping that up in aluminum foil. I'm going to eat that again tomorrow. And he said,
and it was good for 1 week.
He said, now I've been around aluminum foil through my childhood, my mama. Raise your hand if you've been familiar with aluminum foil. And he said, I'm over there and I keep trying to pull it out. And he said, I hate that thing when the roll comes out. And he goes, and I'm looking with the razor on the side. I can't ever get it to be smooth.
Never works right.
He goes, and I'm just wrestling with this aluminum foil. And all of a sudden my roommate looks at me and goes, what are you doing? He said, I can't get this ever to pull out smoothly. I always make a mess of it. And then I can't get it to go to the razor and cut off. He goes, you don't have the tabs pushed in. He said, push the tabs in. And he said, what? He said, on the side, there's 2 tabs you're supposed to push in.
Never knew that.
And he goes, raise your hand if you did not know that the aluminum foil box has tabs on the end that you're supposed to push in.
I didn't know. That would be me.
And he said, and he said, it's right there on the end. He said, I'd never seen it in my entire life.
No,
look at that.
And if you push that in, look, and this is the visual. Rolls. He takes out, push me, look, and he goes, and he just starts rolling it off.
Use aluminum foil a lot.
Yeah, look, and by the way, I did it yesterday.
I just thought it was a real talent to angle it and jerk it off.
I wish you'd have seen him. Look, he's just going, and he rolls out the entire. He goes, look at that. That's the way it's supposed to work.
That's blowing my mind.
And it's been on the boxes forever.
Rick, I've used a lot.
Shouldn't they include that in a commercial? Shouldn't somebody tell us?
I don't know one person that knows that.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's
I know
what he
exactly
said.
Where you're going.
He said, so this has been out there all this time, and I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's the gospel.
Yep.
Wow. He goes, wouldn't you, look at everybody struggling. That's what we normally struggle with. You push those tabs in. We did it at home.
No idea.
And buddy, I'm rolling out aluminum foil.
I can't believe that.
I mean, how do you hold it? And
you just on each end, just push one in, then push the other one in. We did some.
Who tears it off when you got both fingers stuck in?
You don't.
No.
The tabs are in there.
Once you do it one time, it's fixed. They do that, then pull it out.
It locks.
Yeah, it locks.
Oh.
And then your aluminum.
I see.
And then your aluminum foil life is just changed. Like Greg, how about there was about 1,500 men there?
I would say
1,498 raised their hand.
I'm telling you,
there was like 2 guys. Yeah, I knew that.
I'm like you.
They didn't.
Reynolds needs to do a little better job getting that out.
Why don't you include that in You didn't know it. Well, that's not surprising.
He didn't.
Adler claims he knew it. Who taught you that? Who taught it to you, Adler?
My mom.
Okay.
Must be a Texas thing.
No offense to my mother. You never mentioned this, Mom.
Mine either. My mother don't know about it.
Mom,
Manny, did you know about it?
Mom, do you know this?
If she did, she didn't pass it down.
Rick, you should have called me when you saw that. I mean, that's a game changer.
Hey, listen, you know how we love
54 years
old,
and I'm just now
listen.
And I don't wrap up a lot of food with it, but I do cover a lot of connectors with it.
Whatever you use it for. Yeah. You know how it never goes off smoothly. Well, it will now.
Y'all miss why he don't wrap food up because there's not any left.
I know. I got you. That's
point,
that's good. Bubba
said you can use it for
what? Leftovers? Food.